Hi there, this is Kiran Patti from Graphy as a part of our Tuesday's weekly photography tips. Today we are going to learn some of the coolest trick using Lightroom. Okay, you can use these tricks to process your images. Let me take you through an image, which is this image, and how you can make this image look more beautiful using your Lightroom. Okay. So I have already downloaded this image to my Lightroom and imported this image to my Lightroom, and you can see my image from library I've shifted to develop mode. The first and foremost thing whenever you are on Lightroom is to do your lens correction. So just scroll below and remove chromatic aberrations and enable profile correction. So this is the first thing to do. Now coming to the different tricks which can give you a best image or better image is one of the thing is your white balance. So generally what we do is we generally scroll this up or scroll this down to get the warmer look or the cooler look. Okay, so another trick what you can also do is you can use this dropper tool. So what this dropper tool does is as soon as you clip it, and you can choose the region from where the software needs to pick the white balance, okay, the temperature basically. So if I check over here, just observe what happens. Okay, there you go. Okay, that the software has taken a temperature of 9400. Now let's say that this doesn't work out for me. Obviously even I did not like it, so I can just check around with different regions. So I can just check with this color. Okay, the camera is giving me more of a bluish and pinkish tint, which I don't want. I press Ctrl Z, go back to my original view, and I'll check with my aqua color here. What is okay? The software is giving me the pinkish tinge, which I don't want. Press Ctrl Z. Okay, and then what I'll do is let me check with this sand color here. Oh wow! I think probably this is the one which I was looking forward for. So this is one of the trick to use white balance. Okay, so from this, let me move on to a different trick. Now we all know that we use these exposure sliders and contrast sliders to increase exposure or to decrease exposure, but we don't know whether we have the right way of, are we doing this corrections in the right way, whether I'm overexposing an image, whether I'm underexposing image in all the regions of my image. That might be little confusing. Okay, so in that case what you need to do is as you change exposure, or as you change the highlights or the shadows or the whites or the blacks which are over here in this panel, what you can also do is just hold the alt key. Okay, that gives you a reference whether at which point your image is going to get overexposed, or which point your image is getting underexposed. For an example, I'm holding this alt key here, and let me move the highlight slider. So you can already see uh, this blue colored dots on my image. I mean, like, my entire frame turns black, and there are these blue spots which is getting created. So basically what my software is telling is my image is overexposed at that particular region. So if I increase the highlights, you can see my image is getting overexposed at these regions. So what I need to do, I need to bring this down. Okay, now this is the right way of applying highlights. Now let's go to shadows. What I'll do, again, I'll just hold the alt key. I've just clicked on the shadow slider. Let me move this slider. Okay, nothing happens. But if I bring down the shadow slider, you can see at the corners my image is turning blue. It means that those regions the camera is going to turn black. it is going to get underexposed. Okay, fine. Now hold the Alt key, click on whites. Again, it is showing this regions will be is overexposed. Bring it down. Okay, hold the black key. Ready with it. Okay, hold the contrast and increase the contrast. I'm just holding the Alt key and increasing the exposure. Fine. So this is my second trick how to use your Lightroom. So if you just want to cross check how my image was and how it has been changed, all you need to do is press Y button, Y on your keyboard to compare. Okay, this is how it was earlier, before, and this is after doing few corrections. Okay, so just click on this image to have a more close-up look. So going back to my few more tricks. So what I can also do is come into saturation. So we all know that by increasing saturation, in saturation this panel, I have an freedom of changing a particular color. For instance, okay, there are let's say that there is blue color. So what I can do is I can just give more enhancements to this blue just by changing this slider. Okay, so whatever is blue in my image, the software is either saturating even further or desaturating it. Okay, but if I change something which is not there, for an example, I don't see, let's say what happens if I change orange color. Okay, so you can hardly make out any difference as I change orange slider, because I don't have many much things which is orange in color in my image. But the right way of using this saturation is, because even though I've been increasing green color, so let's say what happens. So I'm increasing green color, only my green color is getting affected. If I'm increasing aqua, you see this, only the aqua region is getting affected. But another coolest way of working on saturation is by choosing this button. Okay, see what happens when I click on this, and I can increase or decrease the saturation of my sky. All I need to do is just click and drag. Okay, by clicking and dragging on topwards, I'm increasing or decreasing the saturation of my sky. I can do this to any of my region here. I can do the same thing over here. So I come here, increase, okay. Okay, so this is how you work. This looks a lot better for me. Creating the natural sky color. Fine with this. Okay. So I go to saturation. Okay, so we learned this trick. Now what next? how to apply sharpness. Okay, we all know that sharpness, I can just drag it to increase or decrease the sharpness of my image, but this is not the right way of applying sharpness in Lightroom, because again I might not want sharpness over here and increase noise in the sky region. So what I can do is I can mask it by holding the Alt key and move this masking slider. So wherever my image is white, my sharpness has been applied, and wherever it has turned black, the sharpness what I had applied over here has been removed. Okay, fine. So I have applied sharpness only to these regions now, and one of the best way of using your sharpness. So well guys, I think you would have enjoyed this small session of how you can improve your post processing techniques by using these tricks in your Lightroom. So if you like this session, all you can do is just subscribe to our weekly tutorials. I will share the link below, or you can also do is under the comment section you can just drop your email ID so that we can add you for our weekly tutorial tips, and it is absolutely free. There is no charges for this. Okay, so hit the like button if you have liked this video, and yeah, there you go. Let's wait for next Tuesday till we come up with another photography tips. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.